A school bus, a valley in Pakistan. A gunman steps on board. He asks one question: which one of you is Malala? Nobody answers. So he looks at the terrified faces and fires. She was 15 years old, and she had done something so dangerous, so threatening to the men with guns, that they hunted her down on a school bus in broad daylight. She had gone to school. Stay with me, because what happened next is one of the most extraordinary things any human being has ever done. And it started long before that bus. Malala Yousafzai was born on July 12, 1997, in Mingora, in the Swat Valley of Pakistan. Her father, Ziauddin, ran a small school there. From the beginning, he was unusual. In a region where daughters were often not registered at birth, not named in the family tree, Ziauddin put Malala's name in the family book, right alongside her brothers. He told her, "You are as important as anyone." She believed him, and in the Swat Valley of the early 2000s, that belief was about to become very dangerous. By 2007, something was changing in Swat. A group called the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan had moved in. They began broadcasting on FM radio, threatening, warning, controlling. Music was forbidden. TV was forbidden. And then came the announcement that would change Malala's life forever. Girls' schools were to be closed, permanently. One by one, the schools went quiet. Girls disappeared from the streets, and Malala, who was 10 years old, watched her world shrink. But here's what nobody talks about: what she decided to do next. In 2009, the BBC Urdu service was looking for a girl in Swat to write a secret diary about life under Taliban rule. They needed someone brave enough to tell the truth, anonymously. Malala volunteered. She was 11 years old. Under the pseudonym Gul Makai, a character from a Pashtun folktale, she wrote. She described hiding her school uniform under her shawl, carrying books in secret, the sound of military helicopters at night, the fear, and the refusal to give in to that fear. The blog was read around the world. Nobody knew it was an 11-year-old girl writing it. Eventually, her identity was revealed. A journalist named Adam Ellick made a documentary about her and her father. Malala began speaking publicly, at press clubs, in interviews, at conferences. The Taliban noticed. In 2012, they issued a formal death threat against her. Ziauddin was warned. Friends begged the family to leave. They stayed. Malala kept going to school. And then came October 9th, 2012. She was on the school bus with her classmates when a masked gunman climbed aboard. He shot her in the head at point-blank range. The bullet entered her forehead, traveled along her skull, and lodged near her shoulder. Two of her classmates were also hit. She was airlifted to a military hospital, then to Birmingham, England, where surgeons worked for hours to save her life. For days, the world held its breath. And then, she woke up. Here is what the Taliban did not understand. They thought that shooting Malala would silence the movement for girls' education. Instead, they created the most powerful symbol for that movement in the world. Hundreds of thousands of people signed petitions. Governments spoke her name in parliament. Children in Pakistan, India, Nigeria, and Afghanistan held signs that said, "I am Malala." But the most remarkable part? What she said when she could finally speak again. On July 12, 2013, her 16th birthday, Malala stood before the United Nations. She said, "The terrorists thought they would change my aims and stop my ambitions. But nothing changed in my life except this. Weakness, fear, and hopelessness died. Strength, power, and courage was born. In 2014, she became the youngest person ever to win the Nobel Peace Prize. She was 17. She still works for girls' education through the Malala Fund, which has helped thousands of girls access schooling in Pakistan, Nigeria, Turkey, and beyond. Legends don't start at the finish line. They start in the school in the Swat Valley with a girl who refused to stop learning. If this story moved you, subscribe. Every week, we go back to the beginning of the people who changed the world. The next origin story is already waiting for you.